welcome to sunny Albuquerque for the RBFL Week 6 game between the visiting Denver Broncos and the New Mexico Sunsets. I'm Peter Bumpucker, and with me in the booth again is retired quarterback Danny Dingleberry. How you doing, Danny?
I'm great, Pete. Today's matchup is going to look similar to last week's, where the Titans pulled out a victory in overtime 28-21 against the Sunsets. The only difference here is that the Broncos have a significantly better rated defense than the Titans, so it'll be interesting to see if the Sunsets can hang or if they'll get hanged.
Let's go down to the field for the coin toss.
New Mexico has won the coin toss and is elected to kick off to Denver.
First and 10. Teton Clay takes the snap, seeing some pressure, gets the ball out to Raheem Wanham, and Wanham is gone, folks. It's like last week all over again. Wanham is getting reeled in by Gallman. Gallman reaches out and flops at the 10. Touchdown, Raheem Wanham.
Raheem Wanham is a quarterback's best friend. He's the kind of guy who can get the ball and run down the field.
Yeah, Danny, quarterbacks tend to like that sort of thing, don't they?
You know it, Pete. You know it.
Jordan Diablo puts it up. He doinks it, but it bounces over the crossbar and it's good. Denver going for the throat right away, scoring 7. Andreas Yanda and the Sunsets offense take to the field. Let's see if they can respond. Yanda's got pressure coming. Gets the ball out. It's picked off. This is catastrophic for the Sunsets, and it's only the first quarter. Broncos take over deep in Sunsets territory. Clay hands off to Teddy Warren. Warren goes up the side and breaks past the Sunset secondary, scoring a second Broncos touchdown. Yanda hands off to Weddle. Weddle goes up the gut and gets stuffed. Maybe a 1-yard gain.
These Sunsets aren't the same ones we saw last week, Pete.
I know, buddy. Maybe their wives are all divorcing them.
You know, there's a lot of that going around, Pete.
2nd and 9. Yanda drops back and he's sacked as we come to the end of the first quarter with the Sunsets struggling to get anything done. We'll be right back after this message from our sponsor.
With all the stuff we stuff in our stomachs, it's no wonder they need a little help sometimes. Introducing Aceton X24. Aceton X24 will fight through the tacos, the Indian food, the fermented Asian food, all the great stuff we stuff in our stomachs, and it'll put it all in check so your system can load around in the chamber and fire it out on your terms. One pill works for 24 hours. Talk to your doctor now about Aceton X24. Start feeling better. I just had 15 tacos, but I'm not hunched over in a gut-wrenching pain waiting for the Grim Reaper to come and take me away. If it works for me, it can work for you too. Try Aceton X24 now.
And we're back with the start of the second quarter, folks. You really did eat 15 tacos for that ad, didn't you, Danny?
This is 16.
Speaking of 16, it's 3rd and 16. Fake handoff to Weddle. Yanda can't find anyone. Sacked again, bringing up 4th and long. Coach Slapass is sending out the punting unit. Denver's cornerback, Dimitri Nelson, takes the ball at the 3, goes up the middle. Now down the side, and he turns the burners up to full. Nelson has already scored 1 return touchdown this season. He's looking for number 2 here. He gets dragged down inside New Mexico territory at the 39. 1st and 10. Clay drops back. He's got pressure coming. Looks for Nigel Gabriel. Connects with Gabriel, and the one they call the British Bulldog is on his way to a touchdown. Can someone even do a pulse check on the Sunsets? Are they alive? Hell, did they even show up today? Diablo's extra point is good. It's 21-0, folks. This has not been a good day for the Sunsets, but they'll get the ball back in a minute here, and maybe they can turn this ship around. Yanda hands off to Weddle. Up the gut again. No gain. 2nd and 10. Yanda has some time. Fires. And the ball is knocked away by cornerback Puna Muse, bringing up 3rd and 10. Yanda takes the snap. Fires to Dieter. Connects, but Dieter is tackled and the clock runs out on the half with the score 21-0. Let's take a quick break and listen to a word from our sponsor.
Ever crapped your pants? Sure you have. We've all been there. Hi, I'm retired quarterback Danny Dingleberry, and I've crapped my pants. In fact, I've done it many times. Then I started taking Aceton X24. Aceton X24 takes your stomach and lets it know that you're the boss. You should be able to fire your cannon when you want to, not when your stomach thinks it needs to. Take Aceton X24 to take control of your gut. But hike!
Alright, folks, we're back with the 3rd quarter, and the Sunsets get another chance to another chance to maybe turn this thing around. Diablo kicks the ball into the end zone, and Blair Cowher will take the touchback. Might be the only time any Sunsets player gets into the end zone. Yanda under center, drops back. He's getting pressured. Shoots to Anaya in heavy traffic. I don't know how he held on to that with that many Broncos knocking him over.
Anaya's the kind of guy who can catch the ball and make plays. And for the Sunsets, that's really important right now.
You're an analytical genius, Danny. You know that, right?
You're a good man, Pete. Good man.
Hand off to Weddle. Weddle breaks a couple tackles and gains 5 yards. It's the most rushing yards all game by any Sunsets player. At this point, gaining anything more than a yard is a huge accomplishment for Weddle today. 2nd and 5. Yonda's getting hit. Lobs it to Purcell, but he can't hold on to it. 3rd and 5. Hand off to Weddle again. Weddle storms through the line for 2 yards. What a trooper as we bring up 4th and 3. Looks like Coach Slapass is bringing out the field goal unit. It'll be a 65-yard attempt. Van Easton's career longest is 60. Can he change the Sunsets 0 to a 3? It's up. Whoa, buddy. It's got the distance, but does it have the height? He did it. Van Easton's career longest field goal is now 65 yards. An amazing kick, and he puts the Sunsets on the board. I mean, this isn't really that exciting, but right now, if you're a Sunsets fan, you gotta be looking for any signs of life in your team. 1st and 10 at the Broncos 26. Teton Clay takes the snap. He's got time. Bangs it out to Raheem Wanham. Wanham avoids a couple tackles by Austin Gallman and safety L.J. Heron. Blair Coward and another safety are coming up to chase Wanham down. He finally gets dragged down inside the Sunsets 15. Gain of 62 yards as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter with a message from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm retired one-time 4th team All-Pro quarterback Danny Dingleberry. I once threw a Hail Mary that got intercepted. I didn't take my time because the game was almost over and I was fighting making a Hail Mary in my pants. We lost that game, and I immediately ran into the locker room, got into a stall, and absolutely destroyed the place. I got fined for the wrecking of facility equipment. Don't be me. Use a Cedar X24 to keep your gut in check.
Okay, and we're back, folks. Danny, we're learning far, far too much about you today, but I gotta respect you putting it all out there.
Thanks, buddy. Makes me feel good to know I got a guy like you in my corner.
Clay hands off to Teddy Warren, who goes up the side and blows past the Sunsets D. It's like taking tacos from Danny.
Don't take tacos away from me, Pete. I love you like a brother, but I'll cut a man if I have to.
28-3. And I'm being told we're switching to another game. Giants versus Browns already in progress. Apologies to the Broncos fans and, well, condolences to Sunsets fans. We now join Ernest O'Kung and Bob Jimmingsley.
For those joining us in the Broncos vs. Sunsets game, welcome to MetLife Stadium. I'm Bob Jimmingsley, and with me is Ernest O'Kung. The Giants are set to return the ball late in the 4th quarter and try to overcome a 7-point deficit to at least tie the game. The Browns kicker, Silas Durant, kicks off to Josiah Hecker. Hecker makes the catch at the 5, goes up the middle, down the sideline, dodging a couple tackles but going out of bounds at the 28. Shelby Gaskin drops back, hands off to Baquan Sarkley. Sarkley dances around a few guys but gets wrapped up at the Giants 42. 1st and 10. Gaskin hands off to Sarkley again. Sarkley gets maybe 3 on that play. 2nd and 7. Gaskin drops back, connects with Bo Wilborn. Wilborn is nearly tripped up but breaks away from his cover. He gets wrapped up at the Cleveland 24. Giants are now within striking distance of scoring. Gaskin hands off to Sarkley. Sarkley brutally stiff-arms the guy into next week. Dodges a tackle and he's free and clear. Touchdown, Baquan Sarkley. Giants can tie the game with a field goal or go for 2 and wrap this game up. And it looks like the offense is staying out on the field to go for 2 with the clock stopped at 1 second. Gaskin takes the snap, lobs it to Sarkley for 2 points and the win.
Sarkley has got to be in the running for league MVP this year. He's practically carrying the Giants on his shoulders. Anyway, just an update on the Broncos Sunsets game. Final score is 42-3. Ouch.